Since I loved playing the original before on my GameCube when I was a teenager, I couldn't not try the demo of the remake releasing today on PC. After setting its graphics options sensibly thanks to the helpful preview on the right, I enjoyed this new experience with no problem whatsoever. However, soon after, I read that many had reported a CTD caused by error 25, which seems to mean VRAM depletion. Therefore, I decided to investigate. To define a baseline, I adopted the dumb kid approach, i.e. I just selected preset max and started the game. Sure enough, error 25 before entering the lodge. Some tweaking is obviously essential. Now, apart from resolution, FSR, image quality, and rendering mode, which I would leave at stock unless the need arises, there are 8 options that do have an impact on expected VRAM. Ray tracing, texture quality, shadow quality and cache, volumetric lighting, hair strands, terrain, and lens flare. While I left cache, hair strands and terrain on to improve performance and visual fidelity, I turned lens flare off because I can stand it, along with its friends motion blur, lens distortion, and depth of field. Thus, I'm left with these 4 settings, which can be touched to manipulate the expected memory. As a starting point, I kept them all unchanged but TQ, reduced from 8 to 1 GB. The game ran just fine. So I tried increasing it to 2 GB. Crash. Then I reduced RTX from high to normal. Crash again. Yet, as soon as I disabled RTX, I could gradually revert TQ to 8 GB without any repercussions, despite the demo warning me I had far exceeded my VRAM capacity. Test 9 is a reiteration of Test 3, but now with shadow quality and volumetric lighting lowered by a notch. No crash this time. Hence I tried increasing TQ to 3 GB, but got error 25 all the way down to shadow quality low and volumetric lighting off. As a final test and just for fun, I activated FSR2 Ultra Performance, due to its supposedly lower expected VRAM. But even this did not work. Now, what can we induce from 8 hours of testing? 3 things. 1. An expectation of VRAM usage will most likely not translate into reality, so the value shown by the game should always be taken with a grain of salt. 2. There is no positive correlation between actual VRAM usage and error 25. In fact, we can see that there's no CTD with 7.85 GB in test 678, but there is indeed with 7.62 GB in test 13. 3. Ray tracing is probably not a culprit per se, but its combination with other VRAM-heavy settings. So, if you own a 3070 and play at 1080p, how should you configure those graphics options to avoid crashes? Here are my recommendations that leave some headroom. If you favor ray tracing, set it to normal with TQ at 2 GB and the others at mid. If you prefer texture quality, set it to 8 GB with RTX off and the others at high. Finally, I'm gonna ask you a provocative question. Do you regret buying an high-end video card equipped with only 8 GB of memory? While you think about it, enjoy Leon graphically saying, "Very well for now."